Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal. Yeah, so if you're new here, stay tuned because we just did this and I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, I'm going to do some swatches for you on the new Sephora Pro eyeshadow palette, the warm one, because that's the one I picked up because warm colors have my heart. So we're gonna do a few swatches so you can see what you could possibly be getting yourself into and like into purchasing, because I know a lot of people have been kind of skeptical about it because of the price point and the fact that it's a Sephora brand. But let's see if I can like show you the awesomeness that is this palette. So I'm going to do some swatches for you. Let me just get set up and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, my hand's nice and clean. I'll be doing the swatches on the back of my hand just because I don't have a comfortable enough setup to show you guys on my arm or like on my lap or on the desk. I don't have a desk in front of me, so back of the hand will do. So I'm going to start, of course, from left to right, top row to bottom row. The palette does come with a little sheet that has the eyeshadow names on it, so it'll look like this. Sorry for the reflection, but the sheet does have all the names on there. That's one thing I wish they could have put the names on the actual palette so I didn't have to keep this to know the names. So let's start with the first row and I'll insert a clip of all the eyeshadow so you can see what the color scheme looks like. So I'm starting with the first row. Just doing finger swatches, no primer, nothing underneath the eyeshadow. We're just gonna do it like that. So these are the first four in the palette. This one right here is the first one. It's called Canvas. This one right here is Oat, and this is from left to right, by the way. This one's Biscotti, and this one is Camel, and these are all matte shades. So these are the next three in that first row. This one is called Ochre, this one is Saddle, and this one is Auburn. And again, these are all matte shades. The top row is all matte. Now we're gonna move on to the second row. So I'm going to swatch the first four in that row because my fist is not that huge, so I don't have a lot of room. So these are the next four shades, again from left to right. This one is called Sand. This one is called Brass. It is one of the shades that I used today on my eyes. This one is called Clay. And this one is called Copper. Don't know why they called it that because it's clearly gold, but it's beautiful. I'm trying as hard as I can to clean my fist before I do the next swatches. I don't have makeup wipes, so my hand's turning a little red because it's irritated. Okay, I might switch wrists because my hand is kind of red. Okay, so this one's the next one in the row. In the second row, this one is called Bronze. This one is Adobe. This one is called Sandstone, and that's the last three in that row. Now we have here, so first shade in the third row. This one's called Hazelnut. This one right here is called Khaki. It's a beautiful like mustardy brown shade. This one right here is Peach, and this one right here is called Brick. So last three shades in the third row. This one right here is called Terracotta. This one is called Burnt Umber, and this one is called Chestnut. Okay, so that's the last of the third row. Now we're gonna move on to the final row, which is the fourth row. So this one right here is called Brown Sugar. This one, I don't really like this shade. I think this is the only one out of the 28 shades that I don't really care for because it's kind of sheer and it has like glitter chunks in it, so I don't really care for it. But yeah, that's Brown Sugar. This one is caramel, this is sepia, and this is coconut shell. This one was like buttery and smooth, and it's beautiful. Okay, so last 3 shades in the palette. This one right here is called Cocoa, this one is Cedar, and this one is Obsidian. That black is like dark, and it literally went on just like this. So smooth. Wow, I'm impressed. Okay guys, so yeah, that's it for the palette swatches. I personally love the palette. A little bit more information on the palette. Yeah, so it's 28 shades. Each shadow is 0.04 ounces. Honestly, I think that's pretty good because the pans are pretty big. You get 28 shades, and they all swatch pretty pigmented, and they all like go on pretty well. I've used this palette a few times already, so it's not really like a first impressions, but yeah. There's maybe just like that one shade. It's the first shade in the last row. I think it's called Brown Sugar. That's the only shade I didn't really like because it's kind of sheer for like a really dark brown, and it's got some chunky glitter in it, so I don't know, it's just not my cup of tea. But is it worth the $65? Yeah, I would totally pay full price. Now because I am an employee, I do get a discount, so like that makes it better, but I would totally pay the full price for the palette. And that's just me. You guys can make up your own decisions by what you see. You can go in stores because I'm pretty sure the palettes are going to be in stores already, or in most stores. My store already had it out, so I'm sure some stores have it. You can just call your store, like your closest store, and ask to see if they have a tester of it so you can see it, or you know, whatever you want. But yeah, so that's it for this video. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.